Hey folks, Mav's Dad here back with another watch review. I've got something brand new for you today. This is a Citizen Promaster Professional 300 meter solar quartz diver, model number BN0175-19E, and it's also known as the Black-Zilla. Yep, this is brand new, and I want to thank Duty Free Island for this review unit where you get duty-free, tax-free, and free worldwide shipping. They only sell 100% authentic and genuine Citizen, Seiko, Orient, and Casio watches, and I absolutely love them to death, and I really want to thank them for sending me this review unit. Now, as usual, what we'll do is we'll open it up, look at the fit and finish, the features and the functions, the build quality, and then I'll give you my overall impressions of this brand new Citizen EcoZilla. So here you go, nice little watch box, black Citizen watch box. Here's the watch's side on a black watch pillow. So we'll take all this out. And as usual, you get your instruction manual and you get your warranty card and your registration card. There you go. So with all the boring stuff out of the way, let's get to the watch here. All right, as usual, on the left-hand side of the screen, I'll go ahead and put all of the specs of the watch. You're looking at a 48mm DLC coated case, and that's diamond-like coating. It's 17 millimeters thick. It's on a 24mm bracelet. It's 300 meters water resistant, which is 990 feet. It has an E168 movement with a 6-month power reserve. It's got a mineral crystal, which was a little disappointing. I was hoping it would have a sapphire. It has a date function over there at 4 o'clock. It has a really nice screw down crown, and I'll talk more about that later. It has a helium escape valve right up here. You can see it right there. Pretty cool. And it's a really nice watch. It's brand new and it's something I really like. So we'll talk a little more in depth here. Looking at the case, it's a really thick case. I mean, that's a really thick case. With the watch being waterproof to 900 feet, I mean, you would expect it would have a thick crystal and a thick case. The build quality of this thing is insane. Really nice build quality. There you can see the helium escape valve again. I mean, it feels like it's built out of one solid piece of stainless steel. Really heavy, very well built, and it just screams of quality. You can just really see the quality build shining through. I like the overall design of this watch. It's a departure from the other EcoZillas, but I really just don't like the black, only because when you get the black, that DLC coating, it eventually will scratch off, and you'll see the stainless steel underneath. You'll see that stainless steel case underneath, and it just looks like crap to me whenever these IP coatings or DLC coatings scratch off. Now this DLC is going to be a lot tougher and harder than the IP, but it will still eventually scratch off a little bit, and you'll see that stainless steel underneath. And it just, to me, it just looks like crap, unfortunately. The date window is really small and next to useless. Unless you have it under direct sunlight. See, right now, I've got the studio light, and you can't see what time it is. I mean, you can't see what the date is. It's very recessed. The actual date wheel is really far under the actual date window. So any sort of shadow, you can't see that date. So the date wheel to me is, the date window is just absolutely useless to me, unfortunately. Again, I like the hands. I like the overall design. I like the markers, the indexes. I like the big, bold minute hand and the big, bold second hand. And I have a little beef with the second hand too, and I'll explain that here in just a second. Let's go ahead and try this thing on, and then I will come back and talk a little bit more about it. Hold on just a second. All right, folks, I'm back. And I've got to tell you what an absolute pain in the ass it is to get this watch on. It's a good looking watch. It's got great wrist presence. It does sit pretty high on the wrist. So if you're a desk jockey, you might want to think twice about wearing this to work because it will interfere with your cuffs. But it's got great wrist presence. But this bracelet is an absolute pain in the ass. Because this rubber sticks to itself so much, getting your strap into these keepers is an absolute nightmare. First of all, this keeper right here is stationary. It's got a little indentation. You can see it right there. It's got a little indentation in the bracelet itself. So this keeper is not meant to go anywhere. So if you're a little bit of a smaller guy, you've got a whole bunch of extra strap that you have to then immediately loop into this first keeper and then bring this other keeper around to hold the rest of the strap. Bottom line, the strap sticks to itself way too much. And putting this thing on is a process, man. And it shouldn't be that way. Now, so far as comfort goes, once you get it on, it's very comfortable. It's just getting the damn thing on. It's a nightmare. It's like putting on a wetsuit when you're soaking wet. That's the best way I can describe it. It just sticks to it. That bracelet sticks to itself way, way, way too much. I don't know if there's some sort of process they can use to make the rubber less sticky or something. I'm not quite sure, but it's an absolute pain in the ass to get on. So let me go through this pain in the ass process again to get it off, and we'll test the Lume on this thing. I'll be back in just a second. All right, I'm back. Let's go ahead and kill the studio light here, and let's test this Lume out. You can see a little pre-Lume shot there. Now, this isn't going to stay as bright for as long as any of the Seiko monsters with the Lume Bright, but I think this is a definite improvement for Citizen. It's really bright, and it does stay lit pretty long, but I like the blue Citizen color better than this color. So there you go. You can see how bright it is. I mean, it is crazy bright. And that's coming up on screen, it looks like a little bit more of like a teal, but it's really like a dark green, like the Monster Lume Bright. I don't know why it's doing that. That's interesting. But it's coming up as a teal color, but it's much, much more. It's like a Hulk green, if that makes any sense. It's really dark. I don't know why it's coming up a different color on the screen here. But anyway, and the one thing I like, and the one thing I don't like, that if you're in pitch blackness, that second hand right there, the back of the second hand is what has been covered with the luminescent paint, not the second hand itself. So technically, when you're looking at it in the dark, you're seeing the seconds incorrectly. See the second hand, the back is pointing to 10, while the front is pointing over here to 45 or 40 right now. So you would read the seconds wrong, which is really odd. I guess it really doesn't make a difference if it's, you know, pitch black, but it's a little bit odd. I don't know why they didn't cover the whole second hand or the tip of the second hand instead of covering the ass end of the second hand. It's really strange. But again, nice Lume. All the indexes and hands are very nicely covered with it. Again, it comes up a little bit different on screen than it does in person so far as the actual color goes. But I like it. Pretty good job. All right. Try to think of some final thoughts here for this watch. I like the overall design. There are a few things, like I said, I'm not crazy about. I hate the bracelet. It's very comfortable, but I hate the process of getting it on because it just sticks to itself so damn much that it's just a nightmare to get this thing on and off. I hate to say that because this is a very well-built watch. I mean, it's a good-looking bracelet. You got a nice signed buckle here, but it's just such a pain in the ass. Have I said that enough? It is such a pain in the ass to get this watch on and off. Let me repeat that. It is a pain in the ass to get this thing on and off. So keep that in mind when you buy it. You might want to get a different bracelet if you can. This is one reason why I love stainless steel bracelets over rubber bracelets, because they are just a pain in the ass to get on and off. So keep that in mind when you want to get this, if you're thinking about getting this thing. Build quality is great. Overall look is great. Again, not crazy about diamond, DLC coated watches, just because eventually this stuff will scratch off and you'll see the underlying stainless steel underneath. Very well built, good looking watch, but it's just not, it's not one of my favorites, and I'm going to probably wait until they come out with the all stainless steel version. And God, I hope they come out with a different bracelet this thing, or just, improve this or do something to it. Because I don't think I've said this enough. It is a pain in the ass to get this watch on and off. So there you go. All right, folks, that's been about it for this one. Again, this has been a Citizen Promaster Professional 300-meter solar quartz diver, model number BN0175-19E, also known as the Black-Zilla. If you like this video, please click on like. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Just recently hit 2,500 subscribers, and I'm super happy about that, and I really do appreciate all y'all's interest in my channel and watching my videos. And that's been about it, folks. Until the next review, and there are going to be quite a few of them coming up, I will see you all later. All right, take care. Bye-bye.